Morning, my dear students, legendary students. Welcome back to online webinar classes through Vasavi Degree College. A warm welcome, pleasant morning. So today we are going to discussing about a new topic. So this is KRISHNA, HOD of ZOOLOGY, through Vasavi Degree College. So yesterday we already discussed regulation and control of heartbeat. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about a very important topic, that is blood coagulation. Blood. It is audible, visible board.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Blood coagulation. 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 Or blood clotting. Blood clotting. Okay, blood coagulation is nothing but blood clotting. What is blood coagulation? Any idea? Any idea? Come on, tell me. Any idea? No idea?
If we get any injury, after the blood will be flowing, at that time only our blood clotting will be happened. It will seal the wound. Or
Okay, nice. Excellent answer. Okay, right. So, what is blood coagulation? What is blood clotting? Right. Today we are going to discussing about that. So, blood clotting, blood coagulation, nothing but conversion of what ma? Conversion of liquid blood. What ma? Conversion, the conversion of, especially for the conversion of liquid blood into semi-liquid. That means semi-solid, sir. So conversion of liquid blood into what ma? Semi-solid. What ma? Semi-solid. So conversion of liquid blood into semi-solid blood. So that is called what ma? Blood coagulation. Okay, or the that means the semi-solid is called clot. The semi-solid blood is called blood clot. Okay, the process is called blood clotting or blood coagulation. Blood coagulation is very important. Once again, I repeat. Okay, so what happened now? The conversion of liquid blood into that means semi-solid blood. Okay, this semi-solid blood is going to prevention of bleeding, prevention of the bleeding of blood, prevention of bleeding. So this is called blood clot or blood coagulation, blood clot and blood coagulation. So very important thing.
sir, voice not clear.
Voice is not clear.
Yes, sir. Video also.
Video also.
Mm. Mm.
Now, so once again repeat, what is blood clotting, blood coagulation, blood clotting and blood coagulation. The conversion of the liquid blood into semi-solid blood. This semi-solid blood to be what happened? It is to prevent the bleeding. Okay, this semi-solid blood is called clot. The blood is clot is called blood clotting. The blood process is called blood clotting and or blood coagulation. Right? This is important. And because what happened? Because Vishram.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right? Here network problem is coming. Okay, so this is a very important thing. The blood clotting. The blood clotting process, you know very well. Simply, the conversion of the liquid blood into semi-solid blood. The semi-solid blood is to prevent the bleeding of blood. This is called the semi-solid blood is called clot. The clotting of blood is called blood clotting and blood coagulation. This blood coagulation, which is responsible for this blood coagulation, which is responsible for the defense of, that means defense the, which is to resistant the defense the body, because of if it is huge amount of the blood to be lost from the body, the person is going to die. That's why this blood clotting, blood coagulation is one of the important for the defense to the body. That's very important, right? So what happened here, come on, tell me whether the shading or any injured or cutting of blood vessels or skin, whatever it may be, in that condition. So what happened now, all platelets where the tissue injured, where the blood vessels are cut, in that condition the platelets are gathered there. These platelets are to be responsible for the sealing of the body, and after sealing, the wound should be, the injured wound should be cured to be form of plug, to be form of plug. Okay, this is called plug. Okay, so plug plug. Okay, this plug, you know very well. See, where the plug is from, the wound should be cured. Okay, this is very important. Once again, I repeat, this blood coagulation, blood clotting, which is responsible for, okay, so defense of the body, which is responsible for the, what happened now, so to prevent the bleeding, of blood. In which condition the blood clotting should be stopped, right? So where the skin should be injured, the blood vessels are shed, the tissue should be injured. In that condition, all platelets are gathered there, and to be form of that means solid, that means liquid blood converted into semi-solid. That solid blood is called clot. Okay, then after clot of sealing of that injured area, and to be form of plug should be formed. Okay, this is the process. Okay, is called blood coagulation. Right, now let us this blood coagulation, blood clotting process, the blood clotting process first discovered by, okay, so the blood clotting process was discovered by Moravich scientist. What scientist ma? Moravich scientist. Moravich scientist. So the first time, this blood clotting mechanism, blood coagulation process was announced by Uzma. So this the process takes place. That is called Moravich. Who scientist ma? Moravich scientist. Right? In which year? 1903. What ma? 1903. So what is the mechanism involving here? So for the first time, for example, what happened now? Blood vessels, okay, blood vessels or platelets or shed, or tissue injured, or skin damage. In this condition, skin damage, tissue injured, blood vessels, platelets are shed. Okay, in this condition, what happened now? He scientists seed in that condition from the injured area, from the injured blood vessels, the injured blood platelets and injured tissues or injured skin damage, with the skin damage to be, what happened now? Releases one factor. Okay, that factor is called thromboplastin. What ma? Thromboplastin. Which factor ma? Thromboplastin. Okay, is it clear? Vishna, Anusha, Vikas?
Sir, both is clear, but can you please repeat that
Okay, okay,
sentence?
no problem, no problem. I can repeat again. So, okay, clear. The Moravitz is clear. This blood coagulation, a blood clotting process, was first announced by the process. Who scientist ma? Moravitz scientist. This scientist ma? Who scientist? Moravitz. Moravitz. Moravitz scientist in 1903. So what he said, what is the process he said, what happened, whether blood vessels are damaged or cut or platelets are shed or tissue injured or skin damage, whatever it may be, any condition. From that place, what happened, thromboplastin should be produced. Thromboplastin should be, this blood clotting factor should be produced, released. Okay. So these thromboplastin, what happened? These thromboplastin. So to convert the, so what happened? Prothrombin. What happened? Prothrombin into thrombin. Prothrombin into thrombin. Okay, thrombin, right? So these thromboplastin to convert the, what happened, prothrombin into thrombin, the influence of calcium with the cofactor of calcium. So then the prothrombin converted to thrombin. This thrombin, what happened, this thrombin should not stable. This thrombin to convert the inactive fibrinogen into fibrinogen into inactive fibrinogen into fibrin. What? Fibrin. This is the important mechanism. So this fibrin, group of fibrin is nothing but fibers. Fiber thread should be formed. Group of fiber threads. The group of fiber threads should be formed by the formation of 1, 2, 3 fibrin threads, and group of fibrin thread to be formed of what happened? Clot. That clot is called blood clotting. This blood clot to be seal the injured area, seal the blood vessels, seal the tissue injured place, seal the skin damage, and to be form of plaque. This is, that means what about the blood should be clotting. The blood should be clotting and to prevent the bleeding process. To prevent the bleeding process by the formation of plaque. By the formation of plaque. How should be formation of plaque? The blood should be, so many fibrin threads are formed. These fibrin threads to be formed clot, the group of clot to be formed covered by, sealed by the injured area to be formed of plaque. And that is called blood clotting and blood coagulation. Blood clotting and blood coagulations. So this is the process was given Uzma. So announced the process, the scientist is called what? Moravitch scientist. Which scientist ma? Moravitch scientist. In which year? 1903. Which year ma? 1903. Remembering one. Clear? So I think okay. So I think Hope understood this mechanism, right? Bushra, tell me what is how to take care of this mechanism? Tell me, ma'am. Tell me, Bushra. Bushra, Vikas, anybody?
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, after fibrogen converts into fibrin, that
So I am
life
asking
will
about
not.
first. What is the mechanism takes? What is blood clotting? What is the process takes place?
Okay.
Tell me.
The conversion of a liquid blood into the semi-solid is called blood clotting or blood coagulation.
Okay.
It is to prevent the flow of blood. It is
Okay.
simply sealing of wound in the form of plaque.
Okay.
It is the defense of the body.
Okay.
The blood clotting was first discovered by Moravitch scientists in 1903.
Okay.
In the condition of skin damage or tissue injured or platelet sheds,
Okay.
thermoplastin will be released.
Okay.
These thermoplastin to converts into the prothermobin into the thermobin.
Okay.
These thermobin to convert the inactive fibrogen into the fibrins.
Hmm.
Fibrins in the sense of fibrous.
Hmm.
After that, your voice was not clear.
Not clear. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Mm.
Once I repeat. Once I repeat. Okay. Right. No
Okay, sir.
problem. So, see, ma, this is a once are the quickly blood clotting, nothing but the conversion of a liquid blood into semi-solid blood, and the semi-solid blood to prevent the bleeding of blood. So that semi-solid blood is to form, that is called clot, that is called blood clotting. The process called blood clotting and blood coagulation or blood coagulation. This blood coagulation or blood clotting mechanism was discovered by who scientist? Moravit scientist in 1990. What he said ma, whether so blood vessels are damaged, blood vessels are cut, or platelets are shed, or shading of tissue, or injury of tissue, or skin damage. In this situation, in this condition, thromboplastin factor should be produced. These thromboplastin factor is a clotting factor. This blood clotting factor, so what is that ma? You know very well. So this thromboplastin to convert the inactive, that means what na? Inactive. I nothing but inactive prothrombin into thrombin. It converts the so inactive to activate the prothrombin into thrombin. So thrombin is an active factor. This thrombin to convert the inactive fibrinogen into fibrin. A group of fibrin threads are formed. The group of fibrin threads are formed, that is called clot. The clot should be sealing. The clot should be sealed by these factors, and to the form of one plug should be formed. This is the process of mechanism. I think I hope understood, Busra. Okay, right, Busra? Because
Sir, again your voice is not clear, sir.
again not clear.
Yes, from the same fibrins
So
in the
now
same place.
now clear.
Yes, sir, now clear.
Okay, no
Better
problem.
now.
So next, let us come in the point blood clotting. That means clotting and blood coagulation mechanisms. Blood coagulation mechanisms are there. So one is what are the blood coagulation mechanisms are there? Number one, best and Taylor's. Best and Taylor's theory. Best and Taylor's theory. And next one, Howell's theory. Howell's theory. Howell's theory. Next what ma? Fold and Spiro theory. Spiro's theory. Okay. And Biggs and Farlman. Farlman theory. These are all the four theories are there. How many theories ma? Four theories are there. May audible, visible? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many theories are there? Four theories is the one is Buston-Taylor's theory. Second one is Howell's theory. Third one, Fold and Spiro's theory. Fold, F-U-L, Fold and Spiro's theory, and Biggs and Farlman theory. So these are the four theories are very important for the examination. What is blood coagulation? What is blood coagulation? Okay, what is blood coagulation? So to describe the blood coagulation mechanisms, will ask question in the examination. Very important. Okay, right? So what are the mechanisms? Now let us will go to Weston-Taylor's theory. What na? Weston-Taylor's theory. So very important. First theory. This is the best theory. Okay, what is Beston Taylor's theory say? Beston Taylor's theory to be said. Okay, this Beston Taylor's theory is the best, the first. That means these two scientists we said the best method for the blood coagulation. The Beston Taylor's theory. So, what is this Beston Taylor's theory? For the blood coagulation, 4 factors are involved. How many factors? 4 factors are involved for the blood coagulation. What are the number 1 factor? Fibrinogen. Number 1 factor, fibrinogen. Fibrinogen. Okay. Number 2 factor, okay, prothrombin. Pardon? Prothrombin. Prothrombin. Number 2 factor. Number 3 factor, okay, thromboplastin. 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 Okay. Number 4, what happened? Calcium. Calcium. Okay. Understood? So, visible, I think, hope I is visible.
Yes,
Yes?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Beston Taylor theory. So, for the blood coagulation or blood clotting purpose, so how many theories are how many factors are involved? Maybe 4 factors are there. So, fibrinogen number 1, first factor, number 1. Number 2, prothrombin. Number 3, thromboplastin. Number 4, calcium. Okay, how? What is the mechanism? Is there? So, number 1, is it clear? Okay, number 1, what happened? What happened? Say first. Okay, for the first time, what happened? See, whether the skin should be injured. The skin should be injured. In that condition, what happened? See, very important thing. What happened? Whether tissue injured. What? Whether tissue injured. Whether tissue injured or shading of platelets. Just all you shading of platelets. Shade of platelets or what happened? Skin damage. Skin damage. Okay, simply in this situation, the tissue is injured in this condition. What happened? First, third factor should be produced. What is third factor? Come on, tell me. Just all you told na. What is third factor, Vishra? Tell me what is third factor? What is third factor?
Thromboplastin. Thromboplastin, sir.
Yes, very good. So that is thromboplastin. The third factor is thromboplastin should be produced. This is the third factor. Which factor, third factor. This third factor. Okay, these thromboplastin should be to activate them. So to activate them, what happened? These thromboplastin to activate them. So prothrombin to activate the prothrombin into what happened? Thrombin. Prothrombin into thrombin. In the influence of calcium. In the influence of calcium. So thromboplastin should be produced. Thromboplastin should be released from where? Released from where? Come on, tell me. From where, ma? Vikas, Vishra, Anisha. Anybody can say quick answer. So thromboplastin should be released from where? Tell me. That is from tissue injured. Okay. So these the prothrombin, these thromboplastin activates the, this is inactive prothrombin into active thrombin. So that means so this is prothrombin Prothrombin is in which factor? It is a first factor, third factor, second factor. What factor, ma? Prothrombin. Prothrombin which factor?
Protron.
Huh?
Second factor, sir. Second factor.
Second inactive factor, right? Second inactive factor
Yes.
of prothrombin, which is activated by the influence of thromboplastin. That is third factor into so active of thrombin. Right. These thrombin, what happened, ma? Should activate. These thrombin should activate them. You know very well from. So what happened, ma? Fibrinogen. This fibrinogen into this fibrinogen means which factor? Fibrinogen means which factor, ma? Fibrinogen means which factor?
Factor.
Huh?
First factor, sir.
First inactive factor of fibrinogen, which is to activate in the influence of thrombin to form of what? Fibrin. To form of what, ma? Fibrin. So this group of fibrin threads are formed. Group of fibrin threads are formed. What happened, ma'am? See, so you know very well. So the group of fibrin threads are formed. The group of fibrin threads are called what, ma? Clot. Group of fibrin threads are formed. That is called, ma? Clot. What, ma? Clot. That is clot should be sealed by the influence of this mechanism and to be form of plug. To be form of plug. So this is called Weston-Tyler's theory mechanism. Weston-Tyler's theory mechanism. What happened first? What happened, ma? Tissue injured. From the tissue injured area, thromboplastin should be produced. That is the third factor. The third factor. What happened, ma? To activate the second inactive factor of prothrombin into thrombin in the influence of calcium. The calcium is which factor? Calcium is the fourth factor, na? Calcium is a which factor, ma? Fourth factor. So yes, this thrombin should be to activate the first inactive factor of fibrinogen into fibrin. The fibrin is a thread. Fibrin is a thread. A group of fibrin thread should be formed. The blood should be clotting. The blood should be clotting. Prevention of bleeding. The prevention of bleeding should be formed. So because the area should be cured by the formation of plaque. So this is the wonderful mechanism was given by who's the Weston-Tyler's theory. Weston-Tyler's theory. So this is very important. I hope all of you to understand this mechanism, right? So clear. So come on, tell me what is the mechanism of Weston-Tyler theory mechanism? Mr. Tell me, because anybody one person can say. No. Hello. Nobody cannot say. Are you there or not?
Sir, first. Weston-Tyler's theory.
Okay.
In this theory, 4 blood coagulation factors are involved.
Okay.
Those are namely first fibrinogen, second one is prothrombin, and third one is thermoplastin,
Okay.
and fourth factor is calcium.
Okay.
When the skin is injured or platelets are shed, tissues are injured, then in this situation, the third factor, that is thermoplastin, will be produced.
Okay.
This thermoplastin to activate the prothrombin, and it is into the thromboplastin by the influence of calcium.
Okay.
This thrombin will activate the inactivate fibrinogen. It is later active in fibrils.
Okay.
Fibrils means a group of fibrils to clot.
Okay.
It's a form of plug.
Okay. Right. Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this is the factors are involving of blood clotting, and today we all discussed the blood clotting definition and what is the process and Moravic's process and Weston-Tyler's process. And tomorrow, though the time is completed, tomorrow we'll be discussing about fold and Spiro's theory, and very important mechanism is the Biggs and Farman theory. So this Biggs and Farman theory, that is water cascade theory, which is there, and tomorrow we'll explain. So thank you very much. This is Krishna, HOD of Zoology, Srivastava Degree College, signing out. Tell me.